Quick video to show you how to activate your executive account. That way you can set up your data certification certificate. TDA wants you to actually create this account. So you go to the Activate Executive Account link from CACFP Manager. We want you to log in. Most centers, your login is your license number as your username and password. Once we hit next, it'll ask us, do we want to assign the executive account to a employee that we have? If the only user and password you have is your child care license number, then you're going to want to create a new account. So click Create New. It's going to want you to enter in a first name, last name, pick a hire date, I want you to enter an email address and then create a username and password. You're going to have to fill all these boxes in. Once I've entered in the first name, last name, the hire date, assigned an email, a username, and password, I'm going to hit the Get Code. And what this will do is it will send a verification code to your email. It's got about 15 minutes to go get that code and input it. So then we'll switch to our email. There is the email. And we can simply just copy and paste this code. If you do write it down and type it in manually, you have to be careful because it is case sensitive. So once I paste that verification code, I can hit submit. That will then create that new account. If that's the account that I want to set up the data certification for, I'll select that account and hit next. I'll then use that username and password that I just created. And then if I want to continue with that agreement, which is actually what I'm trying to do here, I'll click on the Continue to Agreement link. Now, it's going to want to send me another verification code. You'll notice right now I have two currently invalid data certification. This is just a test account, so disregard that. So on the effective date, I'm going to change this back to August 1st. Check the box that I agree to the certification. Then I'm going to hit Get Code, and once again, it's going to send me a separate email for a verification code for the agreement for the data certification. So I'll go back into my email, and there's the other email, and there is that code. So I'm just going to copy and paste that again. Go back to CACFP Manager, put that code in, and then once I hit submit, it'll say that that was actually created successfully. I can hit OK. Now I have a valid digital data certification agreement. And so now all my reports can have a signature, and I'll no longer need to print a paper form unless TDA wanted to see one. If you wanted to see that agreement, you can simply click on View, and it will pull up that agreement. And of course, there is the certification that TDA actually wants. If I go back to the data certification, if for any reason I ever needed to invalidate that, if I had an employee that they were the one that had the agreement, and I no longer have that employee, I can go in at any time and I can just invalidate that. Other than that, that's all it's going to take, and now you no longer need to print your forms.